welcome to the Industry Miami podcast, where we spotlight the innovators, builders, and leaders shaping South Florida's commercial real estate and industrial economy. I'm George Smith, your host and Miami-based industrial broker, founder, and CEO of Smith Commercial Property Group. Today marks episode 11, and you're in for a special one because we're sitting down with one of the most respected voices in South Florida's high-end materials industry. He's the CEO of a company known across the region for excellence, vision, and growth, a true pioneer in design and distribution. Please welcome to the mic, Mr. Irfan, founder and CEO of StoneS. All right, let's kick things off. Tell us what your company does and what a normal day looks like, if there's even a normal day for you.
My day is never a planned day because I get a news from Italy, from Brazil, from one location to other location, because I don't have to go on any one of those locations, just a kind of giving them advice or looking for new products, or when there is an exceptional designer coming in, I have to be there to take care of them and meet them personally. So my day is
So your Mondays through Fridays,
Mondays to Fridays, even my Saturdays. One thing which is consistent, that I have no plans.
Okay.
I have zero plans unless I'm traveling somewhere else. That's the main thing which I have been always finding a challenge. And my for a very long time, my wife never understood what's going on because we don't have a plan. And one day, I had to sit together and explain her that for a life of a businessman, there is no planned day, especially for a person like me. If somebody calls me that they have to fly to Italy for $2 million of a project, whatever the plans I had are on the side, and now I'm preparing for them. So every morning is exciting morning, but nothing planned. That's the biggest problem I have with my family.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we plan? Like, we are one of those who go on a vacation on a one-way ticket because we don't know when we have to come back.
Yeah.
And things keep changing. Our industry is like this, that most of my customers, they are very fragile. When I say a fragile, I keep explaining why, guys, that those customers are not for $2,000, $3,000. They are like $100,000, $50,000. They are building up big mansions and all that stuff. And it's more like a role, not of a salesperson. It's more like a consultant or a friend who is trying to explore these natural stones. So if it's a generic product, something which is synthetic, people can buy from anywhere, you don't have any emotions. When you are building a house for a blocks or for a mortar, you don't shop around. But when it comes to a countertop, your wife, you have certain ideas. And the funny thing is, people start fighting in front of us that I want green, I want more gold, and all that stuff.
I can imagine, because a husband and wife, it's funny because, you know, a husband has an idea, a wife has an idea, but you know the famous saying, happy wife, happy life.
Happy life, yes.
So, but it's hard when it comes to counters and obviously stone.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that is going to be there forever in a home. So you know that you might have your opinion as a man, but at the end of the day, the wife she has her idea of the inside of the home. I say is the wife's, the outside, you leave it to me. So that's why I always do an outdoor. I do the outdoor kitchen.
No, but you know, being a married person, what I have realized, most of the time, the husbands put me on a spot in front of their wife. Oh, what is your expert opinion? And now, if I say yes to what wife is saying,
So what do you do?
so I just try to explain them that she has the best taste, and which is correct.
Smart man.
But-
Raja, that's why you have multiple locations.
But
That's why
I have to tell them, listen, this is a problem in the stone. If you want to accept this inherent problem, you're good to go. But when you tell me to tell you the reality, because what happens is sometimes when I'm not taking care of the customers, the salespeople are, and they say yes, yes, yes. And 3 yes means that the person, because remember, I keep saying this thing, I have made way more friends with my business than anything else.
I think that's the most important part.
That's the most important.
Yeah. And just like you said, I think for me as well, speaking in silent hindsight, what you're saying is that being honest in sales
In sales,
is what's going to give you I think it's going to get you more return on the long run
exactly.
than just in the short run.
Exactly.
Because for me, I rather tell you everything up front, the truth, and you make the decision at the end of the day. I'm sure it's the same for stone.
Exactly.
These are the weaknesses of this stone. This is what can happen, but it's a beautiful stone, and you make the decision.
When I'm explaining my customers, the designers, 34 years I'm doing the same business, and I know in this business, designers have a lot of knowledge. It's like you have a lot of knowledge about the real estate, right?
Right.
If I try to start saying something that, hey, I found a building over there which is $100 a foot, you will just smile and just say, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's saying.
Right.
Right? The same thing goes when we are with a natural stone. I need to know each and everything about that natural stone, even where the mountains are, how the people are over there, what they like, because the designers know about the product. And also on the top of that, these customers, they are not they're not like poor customers, or they have not traveled the world.
Right.
They will relate to this thing and they will find out that this guy had a knowledge or not. So if I'm explaining you about a particular stone or my customer, I have to be very much knowledgeable about that stone in depth, where it comes from, how this can react, and then how you cook, what kind of a people you are. Are you going to spill wine and just leave it overnight, or you are very meticulous about it? If you are very meticulous, go for the top-notch,
Exactly.
nice, good-looking marble.
Right.
It will be forever. But if you are a carefree and your friends are...
Yeah, I think you just nailed a very important point. And I always say, it's not how much you know, or it's more of showing your clients, your customers, how much you care.
Exactly.
Because if you can walk them through that process of what their lives look like, now you understand their point of view, and you can walk the experience with them. And based on your knowledge on the stone, you can kind of say, based on your experience, this is what. So exactly what we do as well as brokers is, where are they in their journey as far as owner occupied or investor? Where is the best decision for you?
Whatever their preferences are.
Correct.
Because once I was sitting with kind of a psychiatrist, and he had a very knowledgeable, very big doctor and all that stuff, and he was debating between a solid porcelain in a bathroom versus a natural stone, very exotic stone looking. And I just opened up and became a little friendly with him, and I said, listen, when you go and sitting in a toilet, if you look at one vein going across, and every single day you lick the same vein, probably you are going to be fed up of it, that tile very soon, because that's a man-made product. But if you have a bathroom of a natural stone, probably you will spend your life, and every time you will find something else, because every little tile, every inch, every square feet is a different. It's a God-made product. It's a nature's master stroke.
I like
even,
that. That's
even
good.
in your bathroom, you need
Yeah.
it. You need something which you can relate, which you can talk. People talk to stones.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Like, this vein is going all the way here, and what happened to the next tile?
I never saw it that way. I never saw it, but it does make sense. Because I'm thinking now in my house, the porcelain. I'm like, man, I'm kind of tired of this porcelain, you know?
Again, a lot of people buy porcelains because that's easy, that's more economical. But I have seen those times in the stone business when a $500,000 house used to have a marble, and $100,000 house used to have a porcelain. And then time changed, and then $10 million house started having a porcelain, because it's easy, maintenance free, and all that stuff. But even now, when we go to these super top-notch houses, maybe $20 million, $15 million houses, those even buyers, the owners and the designer, they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
So they want to have natural stone. They want to have all the imperfections. They know that this comes in the stones, because right now there is a big kind of a battle between the natural stone and the man-made products. But man-made products, at the end of the day, they are man-made products.
Right.
They are not.
First, interesting. Money's in the imperfections, guys. Big money in the imperfections. The first time, in an industry where people pay big money for imperfections. which is interesting.
But you see, that's the thing. That's how we explain people that when they come here to buy something and they ask us questions, we have to explain them like, listen, if you have a crystal at your home, of course that's elegant, that can break,
Yeah.
but you still have
Yeah.
a crystal, right? You can have something with the plastic, it's never going to break, but do
That's
you
true.
put that over there?
That's true.
So
What's the biggest change you've seen in your industry in the last 12 to 18 months?
I won't say a big change, but I can see people are more conscious about spending.
A little
And
bit more reserved
a little bit more reserved.
compared to 3-4
3,
years
4
from
years
now.
back.
21, 22.
After COVID, it was a different world altogether. The most of the stuff
a lot of
came
spending
across,
after COVID.
a lot of spending because people, the mentality got completely changed. People were like, what I want it today. People were trying to make the things quick, enjoy and all that stuff. But we are all humans. We start forgetting about that thing. And now we start more planning for another 20 years or something. So that keeps happening with us. So
Yeah. What's the weirdest or most unexpected thing that you've had to store, ship, or manufacture in your facility?
one
I
of
don't
the
know.
best.
There's always those stories, you know?
This is one of the best questions. Okay, so we had a very, very special client, unlimited funding and all that stuff. They wanted to select a certain kind of a stone, and they were picking from, like, remember, it comes from the mountain, the big stones, and we keep cutting them, and we were selecting a certain part of the stone which was the best one for them, and there was no limit and all that stuff. So we were
Wait, so you're saying there's different parts of a stone, of a quarry. In the quarry, there's stones, they big blocks. So there's parts of that that's worth more, almost like a cow.
It's not
like-
worth more.
Oh, okay.
It's
Just
what your eyes like it. So
okay, it's preference.
it's a preference. And again, those kind of people, they that's their personal preference. So the lady wanted some kind of a particular vein in that particular stone, which was very uncommon. But the most interesting thing is that we get a bigger slab, and now the lady wants something very particular, and we are losing the whole slab because we have to cut that particular part. We are taking it out, and we are putting it for her for a shipment, which was being packed like crazy. And now one day, which is all the leftover, we are putting on a side, and one of my associates who was working in the factory, they said, like, what we have to do with all this? And I said, listen, just put it on a side. Maybe I will use in one of the projects or somewhere because I like it. And somebody else walked in, a designer, again, of that category, and they are particularly looking for that thing which is almost the leftover was this. But the funniest part was this, that let's say the quantity of this one, which was the leftover, was like 7,000 square feet. But those people wanted 9,000 square feet. And now it was difficult to get that, the kind of a wastage. So sometimes in our business,
Yeah.
now you're looking for something which where you are not looking. So you were avoiding something, and now you are looking for that something.
Wow.
So
it always comes back.
It always comes back. In natural stones, yes. It's the nature, so.
How are rising rates, insurance prices, how is that affecting your operations?
Very good question. That's the most challenging also, and that's most important
Or your
also for-
plans? How is it affecting your operations and your future plans?
So the good part in our business is that everybody wants to come, touch, and feel. So over the period of time, like since 2007, what I have seen is one thing, the demand for kind of a showroom. That this used to be like more of warehouses when people used to come and select the slabs. But now when the slabs are becoming so expensive, once again, it's a contrast because some people are going for the man-made products for which they don't even have to come to the showrooms. So it's funny because it used to be like people come for a regular kind of stuff. Let's say the cost of the slab. So people used to come for a $1,000 slab to pick up because at that time, with the small samples, you cannot really relate to that. But now when the quartz came in, you can relate, okay, this is going to be all the same.
Yeah,
But
it's the pattern that you can already.
yes, because it's man-made. But what happened is the exotic slabs like the Taj Mahals, the Cristallos, and all those expensive, the Calcuttas and all that, those slabs run from anywhere from 3,000-4,000, goes up to $12,000-$15,000 a slab. For one kitchen, you are talking about 3, 4, 5 slabs. It's $60,000 of the sales, and now they want to come and they want to select. So all our warehouses are converting into more showrooms. Like you can see this one, we had to put air conditioned in all around the warehouse because once again, the customer value has gone up. So answering your question, we will still need nice places, more showroom places, more of a warehouses, but nice warehouses. It's not like a warehouse. So the demand for a real estate, we still have it, and I don't see that coming down, because if this is not something which you can get online, this is not something without touching and feeling you can get it. So it's more of a personalized thing.
So you still feel the demand is still there, although the rise of insurance rates, the rise of rental and sale prices are still there.
I think so. It's still very much
Is
there.
that affecting your vision in expansion, in
Or
operation?
maybe if we are becoming more friend with you, because now I'm pushing more and more to get more spaces for us.
Yes.
So look for the spaces, find out, and then we have to be. But yes, I feel it as a challenge, but not a big challenge, because we are converting the warehouses into the kind of a showrooms.
So you're not needing major large warehouses, but you just need it more as a showroom or more
So
special
here is the thing, like people can go anywhere with the warehouses, but our warehouses are, because they are also showrooms, so they become more important for us to be in a place where anybody can come in. So I would say it's becoming more and more important for us, and kind of a challenging if there is a warehouse in a nice area where people can walk in, that's what we need.
Right. So good areas, access to being able to walk into a showroom. Right. So it's not like the Tesla model where you can choose your quartz or your slabs online and
No, this is probably a thing which I see in future.
I feel like it's more of a luxury.
More of a luxury, and it's a touch and feel thing. I keep saying the same thing. This business is not dying down with any artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Anything which people can, until somebody can come up with, you can feel the stone. But
I feel honestly what I've seen, I say like in like the 90s, 2000s, granite, natural stone was rampant. I remember growing up, my mom's wanted granite. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was natural stone, that's what it was. It wasn't quartz back then. There was a wave, and I think the wave is kind of, I would say, almost dying out of the quartz popularity, even though it's more economical. But I also see now that natural stone is like, that's what you want in your house.
so the main reason of that being dying down is that when you have a house, let's say you have a plan that, okay, we will live for a year or so and then we will sell it, right? You want to have something which has a value. But the problem with the quartz is people cannot differentiate it. It's $1,000 a slab, or it's a maximum it runs like a $3,000 a slab. Where when you put a quartzite, that quartzite can be $1,500 or that can be $15,000. So it's now you're talking about different league. And one more thing which is very important in the natural stone and these God-made products, it keeps on appreciating the value. And the other side, those things keep depreciating the value. All the man-made products, they start from, the price starts from high numbers and then keeps going down. So by the end your house is done, maybe the product which you got in $10 a foot, now it's available in $6 a foot in the market. So now you are walking into your house, and where people, your friends are coming in, they are thinking that, hey, he spent $6 a foot. But other way around, if you're using a natural stone, you spent maybe $20, but by the time you open up your house, now in market, because it's, once again, it's a natural thing, it's not available as much as you want. So now the price is probably $30 a foot. So you are already appreciating. It's like
It
a land value.
appreciates, right?
Yeah, it's
Right.
like a land value.
Like land value.
God is not
It's a
making any
commodity.
more.
Yeah, they're not making more. It's a natural stone. It's
a
part of the
natural,
earth.
yeah,
So
part
yeah,
of the earth. Yeah,
makes sense.
God is not making any more. So
That's true. That's true. If money was not a factor and you could build your dream warehouse or property, what would you build?
our most luxurious showroom with the maximum amount of natural stone, where people can sit on a couch in front of every natural stone, and they can appreciate the value, because they treat it as a piece of art. But because we have a lesser space in areas like Dural and all that stuff, so I can see people stand in front of the slab for hours, but they don't have a space
It's
to
almost like
enjoy.
art.
Yeah.
Because if you go to an art showroom, people stand in front of the art piece
The same thing happens with us.
with like drinking wine, looking at the art piece.
Exactly. The same thing happens with
And
us.
it's a good point that you make that, because when I go shopping in the mall, there's different styles that I don't like. Like, I'm not a there's just different clothing style that I'm not
Correct.
into, or shoes, for example.
Correct.
If I go into a mall and if I stay within that area long enough, I start liking that piece.
And you start buying it, right?
Yeah, I'm like, well, you know what? I might wear this.
So answer to your question, yes, you look me a good space where I can have like something to eat, something nice for them, and they can enjoy in that exotic gallery.
So I think that what you said about having the couches in front of the piece
correct.
is part of the experience.
It's part of the experience, and nobody's bothering you.
And
No
nobody's
salesman-
bothering you, no salesman.
No salesman.
You're
with you.
just standing and sitting in front of the piece.
Nobody
It's
likes
almost like
salesman.
shopping, like
Yes.
in the mall. If I go shopping in the mall, I see a shirt or shoes, I probably won't wear them. I don't like them. But if I'm circling around that shoe or in that area for long enough,
Yeah.
I'll probably buy the shoe.
You probably buy it, right? The same thing happens for this one. First of all, people don't like a salesman, sales girl walking with them.
Right.
Because that's their personal thing.
Yeah.
They want, husband and wife wants to talk something,
Right.
relate something, whatever they want to talk. So I always think that finding a nice spots, nice locations, and giving that feel to the designers that, hey, you can come in, enjoy whatever time you want to spend in here, have your own conference room or whatever you want to do, and then you take it from there. So
That's
that's
very
the
good.
answer, yeah.
That's interesting. And we might have to do that in Pompano Beach or
Yeah, keep looking.
next
Yeah,
location.
keep looking. You have
get
to.
some nice couches in front of the slabs, and maybe even like a wine where they
Yes.
can actually
Now today onwards, we will have a wine here.
because you know what, their barbershops are even having people getting a haircut and they offer one glass of scotch.
I'm gonna do right now.
And you know how much those haircuts go for? That just takes the level of
You feel
it's all
good,
about
yeah.
the experience.
Yeah, it's all an experience.
So I
yeah.
think that wine and the couch,
Yeah.
you just,
Correct. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Yeah.
on a business standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
what keeps you up at night and what gets you thriving in the morning?
In my business, nothing keeps me up at night. So that's the
Okay.
good part.
Oh, that's
because
good.
it's we are not dealing with the necessity, with the urgency, or where people are like really upset or something. What wakes me up is to find a different product, to find something which people haven't seen before.
That drives you.
That drives me. And then the designers, hey, where did you find it from? And then that's the point where we have to take it to the next level. And I think so that's the best part, that the new vendors, the new products, the new queries, because the queries are being explored every single day. They come up with the new colors, and then we have to sit together. I just have to absorb it, think about the designer, who is going to like it, who is not going to like it. And like anything else, some designers love it, some designers hate it. So that's something which is the most motivational part of it.
Where do you see your industry heading, or you heading in the next 2 to 3 years?
I think so. Still, there is a great potential. It has always been growing. There have been a very big companies. A boutique like us has always a good room to play, a good time to go and get the business, because, as I said, it's a very personalized business. It's a very friendly relationship you have to make, the product knowledge. So I think so there is a big scope, as long as people, whatever people we select, needs to love this business, not for money. It's not something that you are trying to sell. We are trying to expand more in a boutique thing. As I said, when it comes to the volumes, I think so that the future is to go for a cheaper warehouses, go far from the city to do the logistics. But when the boutique side of the thing, I think so there is a great future. I tell everybody that um, more of uh, more of nice spaces you have where people come, they select. That's required, because with all this, people have less time, and that's why we have a location here. We have a location in West Palm, because people who can afford all that stuff, they don't have a time to drive all the way to Doral. So they need to see exactly the same boutique over there. So we actually, my goal is to create the same identical boutiques in a different markets like a Palm Beach, wherever the different areas we go, but have the same feeling over there, because designers also love all over the place. They work all.
Let me ask you this. What are you doing to stay ahead of the curve?
I think so, finding new products and making relations, and always trying to exceed the expectation of a customer. Sometimes they don't know, you have to push, you have to explain them. Sometimes they come in and they say, I don't like this. And with your experience, you know that what they are talking about is more or less like this. And you don't have to tell them. After 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they come back. But this also looks good. And now it's a time to tell them that this goes with your plans.
Right, right. That's a good point. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice before leasing your first industrial space, what would it be?
Never lease.
Never lease.
We leased multiple locations, and I think so the amount of money we have already given as a rent and all that stuff, and you do not have that connection with your place. Even I can go for a smaller place, what I can afford, but always buy it out.
That reminds me of the experience we had when I had a building down the street available for lease. You wanted that building.
I wanted that bad.
You
really
wanted
bad.
it really bad. And I said, well, we have something that's not listed
Yes.
and it's even in a better location. And here you are.
No,
This is the heart of the Tao district here in Doral.
correct.
So
Now-
for showroom, and you have room for expansion.
I always tell everybody that you came as an angel for me, because you gave me a space which I always wanted, and like you ended up with we went through the whole process of eventually buying the place, which was not easy. Nothing is easy, but you were the one who helped me, guide me, and now I feel that was the best piece of advice one can give, because it's hard to get a place on this spot.
It's very hard, very
It's
hard. And you have here, what, 17,500 square feet or so? Great piece of property on 79. They don't sell these anymore. You can't find this.
Yeah.
Let's do a lightning round real quick. Lightning round.
Okay.
All right. So this is is either or. You can choose. So I'm
Okay.
gonna say Miami or Broward.
Broward.
Broward. Okay. All right. Dock high or grade level?
Dock High.
Dock high. Okay. Cold brew or cafecito? Cafecito. All right. At least we got one there. If there's any piece of advice you can give to a young entrepreneur that is wanting to strive after your footsteps, that's starting out, they're into this business, they like natural stone, and they don't know how, what's that piece of advice that you can give them that would impact them?
Like any other business, if you want to work 9 to 5, probably you're not going to get there. You need to have a passion. You need to know what you're doing, and you cannot end up with the knowledge which is required. You have to exceed. You have to love your product. You have to love what you do. Otherwise, don't do it.
Right. No, that's great. Great advice. Guys, we're going to take a quick spin right here at this amazing warehouse here in Miami so we can get a little bit familiar with these natural stones. And Irfan's going to go ahead and take us on that tour. Let's go check it out. All right, so here we are. 3031 Northwest 79th Avenue. We just sold this property over to Mr. Irfan Raja. Beautiful property in the heart of Doral's Tao district. 17,500 square feet, showroom warehouse. I mean, you've done a great job here. I'm so honored to have
Thank you.
done this transaction with you.
No, thank you.
And so let's take a look inside. Mr. Raja is gonna go ahead and talk to us a little bit about the stones. So let's go check it out.
So this section is more for a porcelain. This is for more the flooring stuff.
Wow, this is very nice.
Cut out of the blocks. So it's one solid piece of stone and made into these pedestals. And this is just to show.
Tell us about this one right here. This is
So
pretty
this is
interesting.
onyx. That's the most interesting thing because this is always translucent.
It's translucent.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Let me see
people
the
use,
light.
although this is this thick, but the light still passes through. This is mostly used in the bars and the countertops.
So this piece here is like a sink.
This is a pedestal sink. They use it mostly for the powder rooms. So it's a small faucet and mostly it's used over there. But that's the interesting part. We have the top of the line Italian products when it comes to the flooring, and then starts the main section, which is the natural stone section. And the good part is like this one.
So you converted this whole
this
warehouse, right? It was converted, temperature controlled, showroom.
correct.
Kind of what you were telling us.
Exactly. Now we are bringing more couches to sit over here to
The
enjoy
couch.
this. Yeah,
The couches are important.
that's important because right now, like this kind of a piece, which is one slab is like $15,000 or something, give and take.
This slab here.
So yeah, so this is a natural petrified wood. So it's made out of those small pieces put together.
Oh, this is wood?
No, it's called that, but it's a stone. Actually, it's a stone.
Okay.
But it's all handmade.
Yeah, it looks like that.
And these are all pieces put together.
Oh, they put them together.
Correct. And then we have again we have a selection of the top-notch exclusive stones, which we are with a very short period of time. You just closed building like a month ago, and now we are known for those kind of stones. So people come here to find out the best cristallo. So cristallo can
Let's
be.
show us some cristallos.
Okay, so this is a cristallo, and less the colors. Sometimes people like more, but it all depends on the balance, the variation, and all that stuff.
So
How
is
balanced
this
the stone is.
valuable to see these streaks?
Sometimes, yes, if they are very balanced, but once again, it's a very personal choice. But again, the beauty of this stone is this is also translucent. So if you put a light behind it, that just shows up. And probably this is the most demanded material. And we just came across a new query which is almost pure white, which has nothing in there. That does not mean that this does not sell, because sometimes designers love it because this is going
It gives it some balance.
balance or
right.
something.
Because all
But-
translucent,
yes.
I mean, this on a bar or
Correct.
a countertop
Correct.
lit up.
Yes, and sometimes people love a material like this. There's more whitish background.
Oh, I like
And-
this color too. This color is a nice blend.
Correct. And then when it comes to sourcing all this, the challenging part is to source and put it here. So if we have the best showroom in the world and we don't have the materials, designers won't come again. Homeowners won't.
You got to
come
have the
again.
unique stones
Yes,
so that
we need
so
to
the
have what they are
designers-
looking at. Yes.
what they're looking for.
But of course,
What's trending? What are people looking for?
Exactly. So all these selections, the collections we have here are really unique and not easy to find. Like it's not everyday thing. So we go with the best of the best producers in Italy for just to make sure that we get the best product out of it.
Nice. That's a very nice piece.
Yes,
What is that? Is that also
that's semi-precious. So that's you can call it a natural stone, but that's a semi-precious stone.
so that's
And
man-made?
Yes. So it's put together. When you say it's man-made, the natural stones put together.
Put together. Then
So
there's
these
a
are
process.
all small pieces
I
put
see.
together, and even in between them is the smaller pieces. So they put together and then
almost like
make
a
it as
collage.
small. Yes. So once again, piece of art. It's abstract or whatever you can
See,
call it.
I see now why you call it a piece of art.
Yes.
That looks
So-
really nice. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And the lighting here, you've done a great job.
And you have to connect me to all these people who appreciate these values. You have to spread the word
Yes,
out.
yes, I will. I will.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a real pleasure, Irfan.
Thank you.
Thank you,
George.
thank you for
Thank you
being
for
on Inside the Industry with us.
Thank you.
And you have an amazing operation, and I wish you many more and the best is
Thank
yet
you.
to come.
Thank you. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate. I appreciate.